Okay, so hello, good day, everybody. So let me just do a very short video. Let me just repeat what I did earlier on. So this, okay, welcome everybody. Let me just do a short video to like repeat what we did earlier on. So you're going to see that once you open your Tableau, you have an interface like this. These are some of the previous visualizations I have. That's why it's called Tableau Public. So it's called Tableau Public because you have all of your data stored on the Tableau server online. So once you open your Tableau software, you just need to go to File and say New, right? Once you say New, the next thing you want to do is to ask yourself, where do I have the data set, right? Where do I have the data set? So let me just allow this to load up for a second. Okay. There's a data system for some while, so let me wait for it. What's happening here? Let me go back to it. So did that work? Let me click another one and wait for it. Look, I think it opened. It's asking me to update. I think it was already opened. So this is what you have. You have this kind of environment. So once you have this environment in your Tableau, the next thing you want to do is to import your data set, right? So we're using this particular data set, new. The name of the data set is, let me navigate to it. I don't know why my system is slow today. Okay, so let me just wait for that. So it's going to open up your okay, this is the second one. Let me close this one. How many do I have open? So I have 3 open already. Wow. So let me go to this one. Go to the data sets and new data source. Say Excel. Next thing I want to do is I want to work with this sales data. I want to work with this sales data. Right? I click on it, allow it to load. So it's going to load up this data set on my Tableau Public application. So once it does that, the verify to allow it to, Tableau is quite a heavy application. So I'm running a Core i3 system and 20 gig RAM, 1 terabyte. So you should expect that if you run a much lower configuration, it's going to be slightly slower. So it's a very heavy application. I'm running Core i3, 20 gig RAM, 1 terabyte. So, but I'm sure it's because maybe my system is long and shut down. So once you have it loaded like this, next you want to go to just to tap on sheet, right? So I've tapped on sheet. This is the second sheet. I can tap as many sheets as possible. Then this is my dashboard. So next thing you want to do is start doing your visualizations. Once you're on sheet here, you just say country. I can double click. You don't need to drag even, right? You can decide to double click, right? You can double click on the country and you now say, okay, I want to know the amount, right? I can still double click. So if you see now, it's just showing the countries, no data on it. So I say amount sold, double click on it, automatically it's going to tell me, oh, in India, I sold 1 million plus. In Australia, I sold 1 million plus. In USA, I sold 1 million plus. In Canada, 962 plus, right? And I told you that once you have a visualization like this, you can decide to change the chart, right? I can say, no, I want it to be just this kind of simplistic chart, right? And you can transpose it, right? You can swap it. And I have this nice chart. Next thing I want to do, I want to give each of these guys colors, right? So I just drag country into this color. You have something like this. Aside swapping the columns, you can also make it in ascending or descending order. So I'm fine by this. If I'm done with this, I just need to double click and say, okay, this is sales amount by country. Sales amount by country. I'm going to make this Tahoma. Let's say 12. Tahoma 12. Apply. I make it bold. So I'm done with my first chart. I go to the next sheet. So it's always good practice to label this guy, right? To label your sheets. So I say sales amount by country, right? Next thing I want to do is to go to my next sheet. I say, okay, I want to see salesperson and see how much boxes in total they shipped, right? I have something like this. I could make it something like this. I could give the salesperson's color, right? Even for this very sheet, I could add labels to it. Let my labels show, right? So this is fine. Same thing for this one. I could also make my labels show. Okay, it's already showing. So if I hover around, I can see the total box shipped. So I will call this one, I can call this one salesperson by box shipped, right? So Tahoma, so 12, apply. Okay, so I'm done with this. So it's also a good practice to rename this guy sales person by box shipped, right? Click on the next sheet. You can just double click. You know, in the previous class, I was dragging and dropping. The subsequent class, in the previous class, I mean, I was dragging and dropping. So, but here, instead of me dragging salesperson and, salesperson and the amount they sold, I could just, I'm taking it off. So I could just say salesperson, amount sold. So Tableau is going to intuitively try to understand what you're trying to do. If I also want to have and also look at the boxes they shipped, right? I could move this guy into this place, right? I want to have just a simple table that shows me how salespersons by the box shipped and amount sold. So I want to have that, right? Tahoma. I just love Tahoma. You can actually use anything. Right? I'm okay with this. Okay, so like I said, it's a good practice. So to always label your sheet so that once you start making your dashboard, it's always very easy for you to do that. So I move to the next sheet. I say, okay, let me do country and boxes shipped, right? Let me do like a map kind of stuff. Let me do a map kind of stuff. Then I can add color to them. Add color. Yes, and I want to have a simple label, right? So it shows the box shipped, So here I just say a box shipped by countries, right? Right, same thing. I want to use Tahoma. So it's a very simplistic process. So let me make this apply. Okay. Then I have this box shipped by countries. Then the next thing I want to do is let me do a new sheet. I think let me do let me do salesperson and look at the okay, the salesperson are kind of much. Let me do salesperson by amount, but let me sort them in ascending order. But I just want to get the top 5 salespersons. So I could tap on these salespersons and say filter. This is a new one I'm doing today. So I'm going to say top, right? 10, 5 rather. Apply. Okay, so I've gotten a table that shows me my top salesperson. So top 5 sales person, right? By amount sold, right? Bahoma 12. I want to give it blue. Apply. Okay. So I've gotten 1 chart, 2 charts, 3 charts, 4 charts, 5 charts, right? So let me rename this. Let me do one more. Let me do a pie chart. And that's going to be country by, maybe we'll do date later on because we might need to transform this date. So I'll talk about data transformation later on, creating new columns later on. So let's say by, I think we have country by amount. Country by, do you have country by amount? Okay, we have sales country by amount. I could turn this to a pie chart, right? So, but you will need to increase the size, right? You need to increase the size. You need to increase the size. Pie chart, pie chart, yes, pie chart. Sorry, let me reduce this size. Okay, so I have to add labels, right? Then I have to, okay, it already has color. Let me see. Okay, I think that's fine. I already have this sales amount by country. So I have sales amount by country. I have a pie chart. I have what's it called? You call this guy tree maps, right? You call this tree map. Let me take the salesperson again into color. You call this tree maps. Then you have a pie chart, tree map, table, map, table. Let me just put this into a bar chart. Done this. So this is our top salesperson, right? Let us see how much they did, right? Salesperson is color. Let me add color to them. Okay, good. I think I'm fine. So if I want to add more sheets, so there's a sheet here. I could delete this sheet. I'm not interested again. I just have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let me add more sheets that has to do with total numbers. So let's just say salespersons. We just want to count, right? So the measure here is count distinct, right? Just a table, not a chart. So total number of salesperson. So this is Tahoma. This is 12. This is 12. Apply. So we also have, another total. Let's say amount sold, total amount sold. Just double click. Total amount sold. Bahoma 12. Right. So this is a chart. Let me just make it a table so it becomes an item. So I have, sorry. So I have total amount sold. Let me have one more total figures. So I have total salesperson, total amount sold, then total box shipped, right? Let's just make it a figure. Total box shipped, right? The whole 12. Let me make this. Okay. Let me rename this. Okay, good. So if you check, I have first chart, second chart, third chart, fourth chart, fifth chart, sixth chart, seventh chart. So these are actually sheets. So the idea is that you're going to do your stuff in different sheets. Then you're going to click on this icon here. This is the dashboard. Once you click on this, you now have your dashboard. And I say the very first thing you want to do once you open this dashboard is to click on this size and select automatic so that it populates your entire screen size. Or you can decide to indicate a particular range, a screen size, depending on the size of your screen or where you are presenting to or what you want to print. So I just like to use what's it called, automatic, and make sure that it's floating. If it is styled, it will have to be snapping into like box equal sheets 100%. I will explain that in subsequent videos when I'm going to be actually differentiating between tiled and floating. But if for a beginner, floating is always very nice. So you should always make sure that it's on floating. Once it's on floating, the next thing you want to do is to click on show title dashboard, right? So I just double click on this guy. I say, okay, this is my awesome dashboard, right? Then I want to centralize it. I want to make it, this is fine. I want to give it a red color, make it bold, then apply it, and okay. So it's here this way. Next thing I want to do, since it's on floating, I just tap on all of these totals, right? I just tap on all of them. Once I finish tapping them, I start sorting and arranging, right? You can do them one after the other. Okay. So let me take this guy here. So the actual thing, you can just hold it by the top, right? You can hold it by the top. These are the totals. These are the totals. This is the map. I think this is the map, right? So this is the bar chart. Right. So these are the totals. This is another total. This is another total, right? So I think this total, one thing we can do is for this total is that we can make all this our title, we can make them centralized. I think it might help. Total box sheet, our centralized for all of them. Let me attempt that and see whether I'm going to have something nice. So this, centralize them. 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 So let me see if this is going to help. It is already centralized. It is already centralized. So let's go back to our dashboard. All right. Okay. Let me delete this. This is our dashboard. Okay, so what I'm just going to do is I can tap on the vertexes, right? You can have this first guy, have this second guy, right? Have this third guy. All right, so I love this guy here. This should be for this salesperson. So this should be, so I just did an escape, right? To clear up everything. So this is, which amount is this? Okay, this is our total amount sold, right? So this total amount, I think we should, this amount, will it be for which of them? Okay, let me just write down. Let me keep this guy by this side, right? So this is fine by me. This is fine. make this way. Move it this way and make this one. This way. So you need some kind of ingenuity to create something nice. Okay, my map, where do I keep my map? Let me take this guy up a bit and keep this guy here. Let me take this guy to down and keep this guy here and expand this a little bit and keep this guy to the right. Sorry, keep this guy to the right. So I think I'm going to take this guy down, right? Then I'm going to keep, oh, this might be too big. Let me just keep this way. Keep, okay, this might be too big, sorry. Let me make this way. Let me keep this way. Keep this way. And take this guy to this place. Right, since this is a list. All right, I'll take this guy off. This guy, I'll take it off. Sort you out later on. So let me bring this guy down. Our map, take our map. Sorry. This guy, keep this one down. So you need to spend some little time to like sort out your arrangement, sort out your dashboard so that it's very clean and neat. So this guy, I'm going to keep it this way. Maybe take, so this is so this is for this guy. So I'll put this legend here. I'll take this guy up, maybe this way. So is it going to work this way? Will it show? It's not going to show. So let me keep it here. What's this salesperson here? Which chart is this particular one? Okay, let me make this guy this way. Okay, so this is my pie chart. Let me make this my pie chart a little bit. I may not have enough space. So, okay, I have a chart here. This is it here. So let me keep it here. So keep it this way. Okay, awesome. So I think we have something manageable. So this guy is going to come down a little bit because we still have some space. So still have, see, there's some space here. This way, awesome. So that this guy can occupy up to this way. Right, can occupy up to this way. Occupy up to this way. So what I can do, I can sort out these totals, right? My totals, I can sort out my totals. So I'll tell you how to do like a background later on, especially for your totals, so that they're a little bit neat. For this might be much. So let me just, total amount sold. Total amount sold, let me call this, okay, I think it's still fine. It's still fine. So this is going to be total number of, so this title is a little bit large. Total number of salesperson, total number of, okay, salesperson counts, right? So I think this is fine. Let me align to the left. So I just have 25 of these persons. So let me reduce the font to 10. Same thing with this one. Let me use them to 10. And take them to the left. This one also, reduce them to 10. Take it to the left. Okay, good. I think I have sorted out this guy, these totals. Okay, good. So I think the next thing is to sort out this guy. So this should be box shift. This box shift should be, okay, I can think it should be for this guy, but I think I can remove that and see how to sort out my chart. So my chart should come this way, right? I think I can reduce this map a little bit so that this guy can take a bigger space. So I'll put, sorry, this salesperson is actually, this should be for who? Okay, it should be for this guy. So I'll take this legend to this place. It just for us to be able to indicate who is for who, right? If you see the color of this guy, see the color of Chess Brunel, right? See the color of, so it's for this guy, right? Obi Sorrel. So I think I might not need this legend. You can also use this legend for sorting, right? I'm using escape. Once I tap here, it's going to sort the entire data according to this particular color. But we'll do sorting later on. Let me just, okay, I think I don't need to move it, but let me just sort out this pie chart a little bit first. All right, so this is the countries. All right, so this is sales amount by country. So this is how much we sold by country. So this salesperson, this is for this. So I could have something like this. So actually, if I escape, it's going to clear the entire chart. Okay, I think we have something beautiful. So we've done our chart, right? So total amount sold, total box shipped, sales, number of salesperson, sales amount by country. These are the countries, these are just their color. Australia, Canada, right? India, right? New Zealand, UK, and USA. If you check total top 5 salesperson by amount, so you see this also. Okay, I think so. This has to do with a very simplistic dashboard, and it took me roughly, let's say, I didn't check my time, so this should not be less. This should not be more than 15-20 minutes. Okay, you could try this and let me know. Use the same data set.